Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. Welcome to the reading that I call the Success Series. In this reading, we're going to try to help you to uncover what the next steps are to create success in your life. I intend these to be around career, finance, money, but I have to say that sometimes that's not what comes through, and so what will come through is what you most need to hear right now. And I am recording this actually the day after we just had the full moon in your sign. And the energy today is a little, as it always is, right after a full moon. It kind of drops off for a day or two before it slides into the next moon sign, and then it starts to pick back up. So if you are viewing these on Tuesday, that's still in the early part of the day there. That moon is still in your sign. And you might be feeling like you need a little extra caffeine to get started for the day. But have no fear, the rest of the week is very productive as far as energy goes. All right, you have 2 overall energy cards that want to come out here. Okay, so the challenge, the overall energy of this is you have this card of stasis. This is the Isa. The rune of Isa. It's stasis. So you could see it feels like a big traffic jam on the highway to success for you. And so because I want to make these as clear as possible, I went ahead and pulled also the Soul Truth card. It says, to whom am I comparing myself right now? And so while you are feeling a little stuck and stagnant on the road to success right now, literally, right? It's like you're in a traffic jam. You're being asked to pull your energy and conserve it. There's something about the timing that is not quite now. It is not quite yet. You're in this transformative energy, and so focusing on the fact that you're not where you thought you'd be, or somebody's doing better than you, is actually puts you in the energy of lack, and the energy of lack slows down your progress. And so how can you constructively use this time when things are not moving as quickly as you would have liked them to move? Mars is still just getting up to speed. There's going to be this year, I think, with Venus coming into your sign. Now, this is so important, and I really hope that you guys will really choose to work with Venus this year. Venus is the card of success, the planet of success. She is about self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. She's around areas of finance and relationship success, partnerships, business, or pleasure. And with Venus coming into your sign and staying there for 4 months, 4 or 5 months, she's going to do a retrograde through your sign. And so she's going to spend a lot of time going over this stuff with you, really helping you to move through this energy, kind of like break the log jam, the get through the traffic jam. And so slow and steady is how you're going to win the race this year. And so try not to feel as though you're running behind. If you're stuck in traffic, so in LA, where there's often accidents on the major freeways and there's always delays and stuff, I was watching a movie one day, and this guy had he was leaving to go to work, and they're like, oh, you're going to need this. And they handed him a cooler and a newspaper, and he's like, I'm just driving to work. But sure enough, got stuck in a traffic jam, and he took out the newspaper and he worked the crossword, had cold drinks and a snack in the cooler. And so it's almost as though when you're in this area of nothing seeming to move, how can you productively use this time for yourself? And it was kind of like his personal time, his time for himself to just read the paper and relax and chill out a little in a very busy, hectic life. And so you're being asked to stop comparing yourself to others and start creating. So using the space to create from. Overall energy showing up here, we have the card of the anchor and the contract. And so this is really anchoring into the commitment that you make to yourself to bring something together. What would you like to create? So, full moon showing up here. It's in the area of the scythe. What do you need to cut out in order to create space for growth? You're sitting here at this crossroads, wondering which way to go, with the paths card sitting here. So the interesting thing about this paths card is one path leads down to like this ocean, this relaxation, and the other one leads toward the mountains where you have to start climbing and exert the effort. And so which one? Which one should you take? Is it a time to relax or is it a time to push hard? Looks like relax. Before I go any further, I want to get a couple of cards of because I really the pace of things right now, the slow moving rider in the area of the challenge, and this card of stasis really tells me that you're struggling with what is it that you need to do. So this is about, okay, getting in the trenches. Going over the details. It is a slow pace. It is giving you the opportunity to really get into the details, the nitty-gritty details of what needs to happen, what you need to do. And so things aren't moving really fast because something needs to be tweaked. Something needs to be repaired. Something needs a different vantage point of looking at it. And so using wisdom, your intuition, and also I want to say the brain trust. So these owls here, they represent wisdom, but there's 3 of them, right? So there's almost like there's a community. So who can you talk to? Who knows something? Who is an expert? Who, sorry about that. Who is an expert that you can talk to help you? Because the key to the situation is rolling up your sleeves and getting to work. But he's going out with just a small hand shovel here to start digging the fields in order to plant the seeds. You're at the beginning stages. And so while everything feels like it's taking a very long time, it is really important that you are accounting for your time, right? That you're keeping track. So are you wasting time? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So when we're trying to get on track, it's good to know where you're starting and where you're going. And sometimes it's hard to know which path you're going to take, right? But if you, at the end of the day, start accounting where you spend your money, where you spend your energy. So sometimes that's your time, sometimes that's financial resources, sometimes that's being busy but not being productive. Being busy but not being productive is not exactly helpful. And it's almost like there needs to be an efficiency in your efforts, small efforts making a big difference. And so just like when a traffic jam, it's when you inch ahead of another car next to you, you feel like you're like, oh, I'm making some progress. And so it's almost like tracking your progress. So say if you're trying to lose weight, it's not necessarily hopping on the scale every day to track that because that can be depressing. It's tracking what you eat, tracking how you feel and why you eat. Those things start playing in. Tracking how many miles you walk, how often you're going to the gym. Tracking the things that you can actually control. The weight overall will take care of itself if you're doing the action steps that will help it to do that. Getting on the scale and hoping that it'll magically change does not work. Sometimes there's a lot more at play, right? Hormones and stuff like that, general shifts through the day. Eating, I don't know why we're talking about eating so much. Okay, if you're frustrated, if you're eating a lot of processed foods, that can inhibit your weight loss because the body, all those chemicals, the body looks at them like they're poison and they package them up in fat and they store them because they can't process them. And so you could be doing a lot of things, but if you're eating a lot of processed foods or foods with a lot of pesticides in it, you can't lose weight. And so there's a lot of ways to look at things. And you're trying to create stability. We have the card of home, but also this is the card of being in the area of resources. It's like the 4 walls. It's the foundation. It's the day-to-day stuff. It's not like running out ahead of things. It's like being very comfortable where you're at, being comfortable in this quiet space, the stasis, not comparing yourself to others, but just creating what it is that you want. Because look, Leo, here you are in the heart space. This is such the Leo card. It's the card of independence. It's the card of confidence. It's the card of being relaxed and just being at home where you are right now And that will bring around the transformation that you're trying to bring in. And so there is still a completion of a cycle, right? You're thinking about how to complete a cycle. There's a cycle here that it's going to complete. That full moon is going to help you to complete it. But maybe you thought it was supposed to complete today, right? We just had the full moon. Should have happened now. And there's still a little bit of time before the log jam breaks, before they clear away the wreckage of the vehicle up ahead that allows the traffic to flow. So in this moment, in this space, they're asking you to relax and just be where you are, and account for what you're doing. Like, pay attention to how you're expending your energy, because it says here, relax. Relax and ease in knowing the right people will discover your services and products. The light of your joy, energy attracts success. This is this right here. Completely 100%. And so being relaxed in the knowledge that success is coming to you, and nurturing yourself at where you are right now, because you guys have been going through some stuff, but also it's time to start paying attention to the small details. It's time to start breaking ground on the new idea, the new goal. I lost a card. It's probably in here. The card of the home, wherever it went. Okay, so that's funny. Okay. So yeah, you're still in the healing process. And getting ready to plant seeds. Okay. So there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly and running from the truth, the 7 of winter. This is the path, right? This is the path. Go ahead and pause right here and decide which way you want to go. Rest and relax a little bit, because you have the healing card of the 6 of winter. Positive changes are on the way, a welcomed relief from troubled waters, and traveling or relocating. And the Ace of Autumn, which is like the Ace of Pentacles. And it says a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A successful project or a happy change in your career. And so if you're working on something, the opportunity is coming. But there's pause right now, this breath. Let me get you one more card of advice, and then I will let you go back to relaxing. It's okay. A little downtime never hurt anybody. You have the card of deservingness. There's a need for you to understand you totally deserve to feel relaxed, to believe in yourself. And so allow the healing process to keep going. It's not about comparing yourself to others. It's about knowing that what is yours is always going to be yours, and you will receive it. And you block it when you block it energetically. If you are jealous or feeling like you're out of balance because you're in the state of lack. And so instead, focus on feeling really good about yourself from where you are. Start counting your blessings. Start counting the good stuff that's working for you. Start paying attention to where you spend your time and energy. And allow the cycle to complete. You are supposed to be going slow and steady right now. But it is progress, right? The 6, he's moving. The rider is moving. These cars are inching forward. Okay? It's just nothing's moving super fast. And that is actually right on divine time. All right, you guys take good care of yourself. Hope this was helpful. If you haven't seen your videos for this week, I will link those right there. You guys have a great week. Take care.